Hi everyone, this is a physical class from the 800 ml of oil formula. Okay, I'll be using just a little amount of oil for this formula. I'll be using like 200 ml. Now I have divided the water into the quantity that is required, okay, for the chemicals I'll be using. Now this is my soda ash. I have to dissolve the soda ash first because soda ash is very stubborn to dissolve, and if you do not stir it well, it's not going to dissolve. Now I've kept that aside, and this is the other part of the water. I'm dissolving my caustic soda in it. I will stir and keep it to clear before I start the production. Now I have added my oil into the caustic soda solution, and I'm mixing it. Then I'm going to cover it for it to saponify a bit, or for it to trace, whichever word you understand best. So I've added my sodium sulfate into the soda ash solution. I'm stirring it for it to dissolve very well. Okay, if you know what sodium sulfate is, that is what I just added. Now back to my oil and my caustic soda. It has saponified a bit. Can you see the mixture is has mixed properly? Can you see that? So I'm going to start adding in the soda ash and the sodium sulfate gradually into the oil for it to mix well. Please, when you are making yours, if you have bought any of these courses, try and use a bowl, or try and use a vessel that will allow you to stir very well, because if you use a vessel that is not that is too small, you won't be able to mix it, and you may have some particles under, or some chemicals settled under. Now I'm going to stir it gradually. As I add, I mix. As I add, I mix, so that in that way everything will blend very well. There won't be any parts left. Okay, now from the sound of the bowl, you can notice that the soda ash did not dissolve very well, which is the reason why you should make sure that your soda ash dissolves very well before you start this production. Okay, so if your soda ash did not dissolve very well and you add the one that dissolved, that means you did not use the actual quantity required for this recipe. Okay, now look at what 200 ml of oil gave me. 200 ml of oil gave me this large quantity of soap. So I'm going to make the soap very well and pour into the mold. Now you can choose to add fragrance. Fragrance is a choice when it comes to bar soap. You can, but don't use too much, please. You can use up to 2%. You can use 0.5 to 2%. You can use more than that, depending on what you want. All right, so can you see the texture? Can you see how the mixture is? This is what I expect you to have. Okay, if you did not get this, that means you did not do what I taught you. You did not use the actual measurements. And please try buying or using a digital scale. Now this is me adding sugar syrup into the soap. Okay, we just wanted to experiment something, so I've added sugar syrup, about 5 grams of sugar syrup. Then I'll stir very well and pour into the mold. Now this is the reason why you still need to dissolve your soda ash very well. There is a lump. I don't know if you are seeing the lump. Okay, see the lump here? It's undissolved soda ash. All right, so try and dissolve your soda ash very well before you start your production. Okay, because if you did not dissolve it well and you eventually use the part that dissolves, that means you did not use the actual quantity for this recipe. Okay, so this is me adding, pouring the soap, the sugar part into the mold. I'm going to show you how the texture looks after 4 hours. Okay, I purposely left this soap more than 4 hours because I wanted the person I did the training with to come and unmold by herself. So this is the next morning after making the soup. Can you see how beautiful, how strong it is? There is no color in this. Okay, there is no color at all. There is not even a white color, but it came out bright and white. If you're still doubting that you can make quality soap using that small amount of oil, and I'm telling you that it is possible. See you in class if this is what you are interested in